What's going on, guys? Gibbs is back. We're going to be talking about just my RLCS experience in general for the past 6 days. Probably like the greatest 6 days of my life besides my wedding, and I guess my honeymoon. Just don't tell my wife. It was pretty awesome. So I'm just going to go through what we did and what the players did, and just so for if you're thinking about competing and you want to know what it was like and what you're trying to strive for, here we'll go through it. So Wednesday, I blame Carpet for all of this. I fly into LAX. He tells me to wait for him so we can get into an Uber. He was half an hour after me. Then of course Lawler's 20 minutes after Carpet, or he just arrived, and then James arrives 20 minutes later. So instead of me going straight to the W, we were there for an extra 2 hours because everyone just kept coming in, so we all just jumped in Uber together. I'm never waiting for Carpet again. I'm never doing it again. No, but it was a good time. We were all just hanging out, walking around LAX like crazy because Lawler doesn't know what a terminal is. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. Just seeing them again and talking shop, and then we went over to the W. Rooms weren't ready anyway before that, so it worked out. So we go to the W, we get our rooms, but then the coolest thing is they're oh, there's a lounge for the players and for the casters or whatever, just all of Twitch, and that was in the second floor, and it was insanely cool. It was basically a giant suite of a hotel room, but it had this balcony section that wasn't really a balcony. It was off the end of the building, but it was I don't know. It was the size of your standard living room, probably a little bit bigger, and it was just open air outside, and it was just cool to see all the players in one spot. That's where we got to meet pretty much everyone. Was coming in slowly but surely throughout the day. So we're talking with them. We went to Hollywood Burger with the Flying Dutch Wings. Me and James were starving after the flights, and it's cool just talking with everyone and seeing everyone. By the time 7 o'clock hit, basically everyone was there at that point. I think Crow just showed up, and yeah, it was really cool seeing people the Flipside boys. It was great seeing them. It was great seeing Sad for the first time. It was great seeing Scrub Killer. Scrub Killer came in at 9 or 10 that night, I think, and we're all just hanging around. And he just walks in and he's looking at everyone wide eyed with the biggest smile, and he's everyone's so tall. And I took a picture really quick of him. I'm getting these Twitter likes, man. I'm getting the first picture of Scrub Killer, but he was so cute. It was really cool that Psionics brought him out since he couldn't compete, and let's be fair, he would have been here. So it was really cool to get him involved, to know what it's like, keep that drive going for him. And yeah, so that was awesome. Scrub Killer was one of my favorite moments of the entire event. Just seeing him, seeing how excited he was all throughout. Then Thursday, we went over to the venue, and at that point, nothing's ready. Production's trying to get it all up, and it was just really, really cool to just see the entire venue. That day, throughout the day, I was doing interviews with the North America players, while Lawler was doing interviews with the Europe players. So that's what you saw, those cuts, those video cuts, throughout, Lachino, Jacob, and then, all the Europe guys, Markey, and stuff like that. So that was cool to do. So I got to hang around with the NA players because, those take a while to do. So I always bring the NA players down for their photo shoot, and so that's what you see on the sides on the giant screens, when you see MVP or just the teams. I'm not sure how much of that was brought up on stream. I think a decent amount was, but production value was insane. It was really, really cool. And then yeah, I just got to hang with the Kings of Urban boys for an hour, and just talking to them, hanging out with them was a lot of fun. And then same thing with Genesis and of course Cosmic. Cosmic was the last one to go, so we didn't hang out as much. But I was hanging out with them throughout the weekend, so it was fine. And what's the other team? Oh, Exodus. Seeing them all looking super young and like ready to go. Like Turtle was the most impressive interview by far for me. He was super well spoken. He knew what he wanted to say. I was not expecting that at all out of Turtle. He looked like he was ready to go, and he's like, I don't know, like 16, 17, something like that. So I was really impressed by Turtle. And then, so that was Thursday. A lot of interviews, but a lot of hanging around. Computers got up so players could practice. I don't even know if they got up in time or they barely got up in time because we had to be out of there by 8. But we had to take everything down by 7. Like, we had to start at 7 because, like, at night, it was like, I think it was like a nightclub or something like that. So we had to take everything down. And then the production crew had to come in the next morning and put everything back up. But throughout that whole day, just seeing how, like, how everything was going to be set up, like the goals where the players sit, like, in between was really cool to see. And then we got to see the ball, I think, by the end of Thursday. Maybe it was Friday. We got to see the trophy for the first time on Thursday. It was really cool. And it was just a lot of fun. And then Friday, I'm trying to think. Friday was an easy day for casters. Players were practicing all day. They were practicing on stage when the stage was ready. And they were practicing. There's a practice room back in the back. And we were supposed to do rehearsals, but by the time everything gets set up and they have to do like tech rehearsals, we didn't rehearse till like 3. And actually, we had a lot less rehearsals, I feel like, than usual. But I think we did a pretty good job at, like, rolling with the punches and being prepared for everything. So, Friday we did that. I'm trying to think. I think Thursday we went out somewhere with Golden Boy. Oh, so Golden Boy comes in Thursday night. It's like 9:30 at night. We just ate. Actually, I think it was Wednesday night. I'm sorry, Wednesday night. He comes in. It's like 9:30 at night. We already ate. So me and James ate a Hollywood Burger, and then they had dinner for the players. So we ate a little bit there. And I was like, all right, I'm good. Fucking Golden Boy rolls in at 9:30. He's like, yo, we got to go to Chicken and Waffles. It's like, what the fuck, man? It's 9:30. Like, I thought we were just going to, like, do a caster meeting so, like, everyone knew what we were going to do. So I go down, and they're like, no, we're going to Chicken and Waffles right now. I'm like, God damn it. So we go to Chicken and Waffles at Roscoe's. And they were pretty good, but I only ate, like, I barely ate mine because I was not hungry at all. But the sunset drink, that was, I think the hotel lobby, like, chick, she recommended that, and she was like, you have to get the sunset drink there. And it's just fruit punch and lemonade mixed. Oh, my God, that drink is amazing. I'm going to have to start doing that at home. It probably won't taste exactly the same, but, oh, it was really, really good. And then Thursday night, I'm trying to think. I think Thursday night we went to, so we were supposed to go to sushi. And then it was at the Sugarfish. It was like super crowded. So then we just look and there's like this quiet little Thai place. So we went up there and that was a lot of fun. And then me and Golden Boy realized that we were almost on the same competitive teams way back in the day for like Shadowrun and all that stuff. We were talking about like VBI days or Zen days. And it was a good time. We were talking a lot about Shadowrun like the entire weekend. It was pretty funny. And then it was me, Golden Boy, and Josh. Psionics Josh. We were talking video games like all night, Thursday night, just in general. It was actually like one of my favorite video game talks with people because like I don't get to talk like just about random video games a ton. And we were like going back, PS1. We're going through a lot of Final Fantasy stuff and all that stuff. But it was just a good talk. It was a lot of fun. And it was good to like talk like with Josh a bunch because I haven't talked a ton with him before. So did that Thursday night. Trying to think what else. And then we were up to like 2:30 in the morning. Fucking JDL, man. We were helping with lanyards, and then we were just shooting the shit in the room. I was like, God damn it. Because we had to be up at like 8 on Friday morning for rehearsals. So, now going back. Sorry. Got pretty far out there. So, Friday, players were doing their practicing. We were there getting ready for rehearsals. We didn't do much until later in the day at like 3. Then we did some rehearsals. And then, can't remember where we went Friday night for dinner. We might have just ate at the hotel. I think we ate at the hotel. Sorry, my phone going off. Yeah, I think it was Friday night we just ate, like, with the players at the hotel. Because, like, the players didn't have to pay for anything this entire trip. They had meals all ready for them. Like, even on Thursday and Friday, they had, like, catering come in to the venue. And actually, I think dinner was there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure dinner was there. So like really good food. Like Kim from Twitch, she was like the mother. She's known to be the mother from Call of Duty, and she was like the mother for Rocket League. She like set this all up like fantastically. It was really good for the players and really good for us. And then like there was a masseuse there for the players, and we were allowed to get them too. So I actually got the last massage on Thursday and Friday because like no one was getting it. I'm like, all right, she's still here. Let's go, because it was after I was done with everything. Of course, the first thing I do is text my wife. I'm like, I just got a massage today, or 2 massages. She was so pissed. She's like, what the fuck? I'm the one 9 months pregnant. She's like, you're giving me foot massages so much when I get home. But yeah, it was just, and like just hanging with the players on both of those days was a lot of fun. Seeing the players like reactions to the theater, or seeing the trophy, or like even like just seeing their practice time was kind of cool. And then Saturday was show day. I was a little nervous, I'm not gonna lie, for the first day, since we didn't get a ton of rehearsals. But like, it was just like, hey, there's gonna be a crowd. There's gonna be a lot of fun. But as soon as we're about to go live, like I go like right into work mode, and it just doesn't bother me at all. So I'm just like, I have to do this. Let's go. It's not a big deal. But like seeing the crowd first come in, like me and James went over there. What time was it? It was like 8 o'clock. There was already a decent line. Not a decent line. There was probably like 20 people there. So we go shake everyone's hands. We do some photos with him with his pigeon head on, and then we go in, and we do a quick rehearsal, make sure everything's working, all that stuff, and then we get makeup, and we see like Hollywood Principal. They were practicing Friday night and also Saturday morning, so seeing them practice was kind of cool just to see them do it. And then we also got 2 extra songs. Like they performed 2 songs for like the audience before the stream went live, and then Golden Boy announced them, and they played one last song to be on stream because the Twitch people generally just want to see the game. But it was just really cool to like, it was weird. It was kind of like Hollywood Principal opened for us, and it was really strange. We're like, this is weird. But it was a really good time. Everyone was so excited. Hollywood Principal was excited. We were all excited. The fans were insane. Like we all went out there before it was live and just walking around, shaking hands, and then we just had to get ready for work. And then as I said before, like as soon as we go live, like work mode, I'm just ready to go, and I just do my thing. And it was good. We had like a small desk to stand at, which was a little awkward, but it was fine. It was just the way the venue was set up. But then after we were done, we would go sit down, like just right off from where the desk was. We'd kind of like walk by our camera on the left, and then we would go sit on a couch, and there was one monitor there where me and James could take notes and generally just watch the games as fans. And then Golden Boy was hanging with us the entire time. So it was like me, James, Golden Boy, and Axel. We were all just like cheering on the games, and it was a lot of fun. Obviously I'm cheering on like my favorites, like Kings of Urban or Cosmic or just like NA in general usually. Then like the Flipside boys, I'm pretty close with, not like super close, but I still enjoy their play. So I was cheering on them a bit as well, and it was just fun to watch, man. It was just fun to be a fan, like hear that crowd coming in after a goal was scored, or hearing like a Genesis chants when they're down 2-0, trying to pick them up, or the Exodus chants, or just IBP chants, of course. And then just like, instead of sitting down where I was, I could literally just go stand like on the awning, because we were right to the left of the stage. So we just look down and we see the players playing, we see the big screen, we see most of the crowd, not all of it. It was just fun. It was just like so much fun. Golden Boy was like so hyped just watching all these games, like, oh my god, like, cheering for everything. Like, if anything, we could have lost our voice to cheering. But it was a really, really good time. And then just trying to make sure we have enough like analytical points. Like obviously, like the show's not about us, so we don't stay on the desk that long. But just seeing the players, like even during the player interviews, they were really well spoken for the most part. They were just happy to be there, and it was just a really good time. And even seeing like teams lose, see how disappointed they are. Like that's what it's all about. It's just about like, you want to see how good like you want everyone there to really want to win, and that's what we had, and it was just a blast. Of course, the surprise is like both 4 seeds coming out of day one. No one expected that. Kings of Urban losing in the first day. My prop game was on point, right? My Wizard hat, that was pretty sweet. My Kings of Urban hat actually was like a really ghetto copy of their hat because I needed to get it quickly. So their hat was not Amazon Prime shipping, but this other one was, so I got that one. And it even like broke, like it had a tear in it as soon as I opened it. But I was like, like the shittier it looks, probably the better for the stream, just because it's funny. And like the Wizard hat like looked ridiculous, and yeah, so that was after day one. Then the fan meet and greet was insane. Like I've never signed as much stuff as I had those 2 days, and it was just really cool to meet all the fans. Like I got to go, like back over to players, like go hug Latch or go talk to Crow, like congrats man on a great day and all that stuff. It was just cool, just like talking with everyone. And then we go into day 2, and it's Championship Sunday, and we were all pumped. Like we had like a good day under our belt, so we were ready to go. And we go into Championship Sunday, not expecting, like I was expecting like Northern Gaming. I'm like, say they start losing, like I figured once they lost to Cosmic, they might just tilt out of the tournament. Not really tilt out of it, like that's a harsh term for it, but Flipside was looking really strong, and I thought once Northern Gaming started losing, they might show weakness. Just because of the pressure. And it looked like that's what happened a little bit. They had some uncharacteristic misses. And, like, it's hard. It's hard to play on that stage. It's hard to play in front of the fans, especially when they're not rooting for you. Like, for Northern Gaming, they played Cosmic. Obviously, everyone's rooting for them. And then Flipside. And a lot of the fans were rooting for Flipside as well. I mean, it's the 2 most popular teams. So it's tough to play when the crowd's kind of against you. Like, they weren't booing or anything, but you could tell, like, they were rooting for Flipside or Cosmic. So it was definitely hard to play for them. And just to see like the Genesis boys almost get another reverse sweep after they reverse swept Mocket, that was absolutely insane. They played out of their minds, and I was really happy for them. And then then like it was just like the Flipside show throughout the lower rounds, and we're like, they might just destroy Cosmic, but at the same time, I was like, Cosmic, like, seems like the stars are aligning. Overzero's having a great day. Latch was playing amazing on defense, like, absolutely insane. And Crow, he's always solid. He didn't do a ton of flashy stuff. He did have the 360 no scope, which was awesome. And he had a couple other really good plays, but like Overzero, the clutch against Flipside. We'll go back to day one. That Cosmic versus Flipside matchup was one of the best series ever. It was just extremely hype with a crowd behind Cosmic. Cosmic coming back down from 2-1 with Overzero with that air dribble. Game 4 overtime. It just sucked. We had a little bit of a bad camera angle that blew, but the crowd went insane. Overzero went insane, and it was just awesome. He got MVP for that series pretty much for that goal. He also had a lot of other really good plays in that series, but like if they didn't have him there, they would not have won that series for sure. But he was really impressive the entire tournament. Me and James were actually the ones to give out all the MVPs throughout the day. So I thought we did a pretty good job. We had our reasons for different MVPs here or there. But like if you thought some of them were a little bit off, let us know in the comments here. But it was just it was a ton of fun. And Overzero went off day 1. Day 2, he was still doing really, really well. He wasn't as big like in the finals. He didn't, like, I wouldn't say he was the series MVP, but it like all 3 played really, really well. I don't know who I would have gave it to. I probably would have gave it to Crow. Actually, I'm not even sure. I can't even like remember. But overall, I thought Overzero, like his attitude that he brought to Cosmic, it just like changed them all mentally, it seemed like, and they were ready to go. They were having a good time. They even had him in the center seat, which is like the seat where you want your captain generally. Like Flipside, I thought was a little bit of a different situation. Like Mike and Marky were like on the sides to protect Cooks here, while most teams had like their captain, or like, I wouldn't call it captain because Crow's obviously the captain of the team, but like the guy to pump everyone up was in the center, and that's what like Overzero was doing. They were just having fun. Like after every goal, you could see they were having a good time, Cosmic, and And even when they got scored on, they're like, yeah, guys, what, let's pick it up. They weren't like not talking or anything like that. They were having a good time up there, which was extremely important. Of course, it's a lot easier when like the crowd loves you and they want to see you win. But they had a really good time, and as you can tell, my voice is like shot. But then just seeing Cosmic win it all, like no one expected that. That was like a really like emotional moment for me. I was just like, holy shit. Crow just pulled this shit off. It was insane. I was so happy for him. And then we ended the stream with the celebration. And then we all walked on stage right after, which was not on stream. And like that was Psyonix guys, the NGE guys, the casters, the players, all congratulating Cosmic. And I just, I like hug Crow. I'm like, dude, I'm so proud of you, man. You were insane. And like, it was so cool. And then seeing Latch, and like I've been talking with Latch's mom the entire weekend. She was like the coolest, supportive mother there. Like she was so happy for her little boy. And I was happy for her. I was happy for Latch. I was happy for Over Zero. Such a good time. And yeah, it was just insane. The finals were really cool, and then we were all on stage. And I got to meet the rest of the Psyonix guys that I missed throughout the weekend, like Psyonix Thomas. I was like, dude, I love you. And he's like, thank you for ranked mode. It was really funny. But yeah, it was insane. The rank mode comment was back in the beta, me, Fisho, and Psyonix Thomas were playing, and he's like, what do you guys think of no ranked mode when the game comes out? And I was like, that's not a great idea, but I didn't want to like hash it out there. So I wrote like a 3-page paper of like why we need ranked mode in this game and why it'll be successful and all that stuff. And then they looked it over with the whole dev team, and they're like, you know what? I think we need ranked mode. And they got it in just before launch of the game, and I think that really helped. So I was just really happy about that. And I was happy. Like Thomas, like Corey did the same thing. He's like, dude, we wouldn't have had ranked if you didn't do that. So I was really happy about that. They probably would have eventually done it without me. They just might not have had it at launch. But yeah, it was just really cool seeing everyone. Sunday night, highlight of the entire trip was we went to 33 Taps. Like everyone that had a ticket was invited, and of course all the players and all that stuff. And we were just hanging out at the bar, having a good time, and yeah, just walking around, seeing everyone was really good. I got to talk to Mike a ton, and I just hope we see him again, because he's a really cool dude. And then what else? Yeah, just having some drinks, like talking to the devs, and getting like giving suggestions for stuff. And then like I was talking with like the car designer, and I'm like, hey, like I love Esper, but a lot of pros don't like it because of like how the car transforms a tiny bit. It kind of ruins the hitbox for them. And he's like, dude, I never thought of that. And it's like stuff like that. I had some other conversations with the devs that probably I shouldn't be saying, but just like throwing suggestions out there, and them all being like extremely receptive to it. And it was just a great time. That entire night, I got to like walk around the venue. I talked with most of the players again. Talking with Pashy and Sicky about their Pizza Hut retirement, and talking with like talking with Crow, getting a picture of me, Crow, and Sad, me, Seismic, and Durkin, and it was just a really good time overall. The Hollywood Principal was there, and yeah, it was just a lot of fun. It was like an insane weekend, and then of course I have a 4.5 hour delay on my flight the next morning. And the flip side boys literally had a flight 2 hours and 15 minutes later than me. They left from my gate to the same exact place before my flight did. I was like, you guys suck. And then I flew in. I saw Rizzo as well. He came over from like gate 80. I was at like 70. And Kyle Mask, I saw him. We were talking for a little bit. And then I finally got on a flight, and at least mine didn't get canceled like a lot of other flights did that day. And but like I didn't care at all for the 4.5 hours, because I was like, I just had like the greatest weekend of my life. It was a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see a lot of these guys back again. I really hope we see Mike again. Of course, the rest of the flip side guys were great. Sad, of course. I want to see him again. Like, all of Kings of Urban were really cool. Exodus was extremely cool. Genesis, extremely cool. I didn't talk a ton with the Europeans that much while I was there. I didn't talk a lot with Northern Gaming. But from what I talked to him, like, everyone was super chill. Like, Maka was super chill. What's the other team? There's one other team. Oh, Flying Dutchman were also really cool. Like, that was the first team we talked to when me and James got there. Yeah. Of course, not everyone will make it back, which sucks. But, yeah, I just want to see, like, these guys come back, like, hungrier than ever to get back because of how cool of an experience it was. And it's just a privilege to be able to be like, hey, I'm going to be here again whenever the next thing is. And just to see new players come in or the same guys come in again and just keep seeing them improve or seeing them like get better and better on stage or better and better in player interviews. It should just be a treat to watch Rocket League grow as an esport. We had 85,000 people watching the finals. Absolutely insane. The only thing that could have been better is if it was a bracket reset. Like, we were so happy, me, Golden Boy, James, and all of them, that it was NA versus EU final. That's like the only thing we cared about. Of course, for me, I wanted Cosmic to win a little bit. But for the most part, it was like, as long as we have a good tournament, if we get NA versus EU final, that'd be great. Because like EU kind of dominated day 2, except for Cosmic, which was really cool to see. And then like we got Cosmic versus Flipside, like the two most popular teams. Like, guys, I'm sorry, I really need to stop writing these scripts because like they're coming true every single time. It's absolutely insane. We saw the 4 seeds like get some upsets. It was just a great tournament overall, and I cannot wait to see the next one and see what teams do to improve on the LAN stage. Maybe see like roster moves for just like people like Over0 to get people pumped, get people excited. Like, they don't have to be the best player in the world. Like, Over0's not the best player in the world. He's really good. He's worked on a lot of his mechanics. He's definitely worthy to be on the top 4 team. But I wouldn't say he's as solid as Crow or Latch. But on the LAN stage, he came up big with clutch plays over and over and over again. And just the attitude he brought to that team helped so much. It was absolutely insane. But it was just great to see everyone at the bar afterwards. Like, every team, like only one team wins this thing. Everyone else is definitely leaving a little bit disappointed, but everyone was having a great time at the bar. They all, like, I think like all of them knew that like this was a special moment, like win or lose, and like no one else is going to get this experience. The first LAN experience, no one else is getting this. These guys were here, and it was just a great time overall. And I just can't wait to do it all again, man. It's going to be a ton of fun, and I can't wait to see new players. Doomsy, you better fucking be there, man. You better be there. No, but it was a blast, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Yeah, we'll do it again soon. And hopefully you guys are there to watch it again, and hopefully, another 100K watch it again. And I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you have any like a criticism for me, feel free to throw it in the comments. I'm down. Yeah, I love constructive criticism. So do it up, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.